Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Carrie and you're very welcome. And today's inspirational quote of the day is, "You are kind, clever and brave." For today's card, I'm going to be making this beautiful ink resist card using my Tim Holtz Oxide Inks. Now, I finally I wanted to get the spun sugar and the squeezed lemonade especially in the Distress Oxides. I have them in the regular Distress inks, but been unable to get them in Ireland for a long time. Now, thanks to Marlene in England that suggested that they had them on Craftellier's website. So I did order them weeks ago. They finally arrived. It took forever, but I'm really happy to have them. So thank you, Marlene. For today's card, I'm going to be doing a technique that I have done before there recently, but seems as I have my new Distress Oxides, I'm going to give it another go. So I'm going to be using my tumbled glass, squeezed lemonade, spun sugar and black soot. And because I've got the new inks, I've also a few new brushes so that I don't contaminate my new inks. So I'm going to begin by just getting myself organised, I guess. Popping that down. And I'm going to open up. Oops. My three inks, that's the squeezed lemonade, the tumbled glass and the spun sugar. So let's see. I'm using an 8x8 Cardbase and this is a piece of smooth 300 GSM cardstock. Okay, I think that should be good. And you can see there's other shades going on there where the inks are mixing. We've got a lovely turquoise going on. Bit of orange between the yellow and pink. And just lighter and darker shades as well. So just want to wipe that down. And next I want to come in with that anti-static powder. Very important step. If you've seen one of my videos there recently, you'll see that I missed that step and it was a bit of a disaster. But anyway, I won't make that mistake again. And then the next thing, I'm coming in with my stamping platform. And I'm just going to pop that. Let's see, I think I might use a bit of tape actually. It's just a bit of low-tack tape that I'm going to still just take the stickiness off of, and I'm popping a bit of that onto the back of it there so that I can now place it in the middle of my stamping platform and it won't move. Now, I'm going to be using these beautiful, they're fuchsia stamps. And I think they were from Temu or Amazon, or I'm not quite sure. I think it was a Temu one there recently. And I know that these aren't colours that you'd normally associate with fuchsia, but let's see. I think it'll look quite pretty. So I'm just popping them down for now. Let's see. I just, maybe there. There we go. Now this one is going to need to be pushed in a bit because it's hitting the edge. Yeah, that should do it. So I'm coming in with my VersaMark and I just want to ink them up. Oh, this little fella got away from me, but anyway, we'll catch him on the next go. Yeah, and I think I can see where they've hit it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over and just come in. Whoops. With my Cosmic Shimmer, and I'm using the detailed clear one. I'm going to just pop that down over the image. Yeah, that seems to have worked perfectly. So let's just put this back into the container. So next I want to come in with my heat tool and just melt the ink. Okay, so I'm just coming back in with the stamping platform. And I still have the bit of tape on the back there. So what I want to do is just turn it the other way. And again, I'm just going to come in and rub over that with the anti-static. grab my flowers. Let's see. For some reason there isn't as much room on this side. Let's do a bit of manoeuvring. Just pop you there. And actually, let's see. Thinking I might put him there. Yeah. So we'll come and pick those up. Now again, this one is hit, but I'm just going to, moving it in. Should be okay. And I want to ink it up with the VersaMark. Just one more go. And again, I'm going to come in, just pop that down there, and where's my little tweezer thing? Just going to pop some of the Clair embossing ink down. Now I don't know if that was very successful up there, but we'll have to work with what we've got. Yeah, not bad at all. So I'm just coming in with this brush because there's a few bits, even though I did use the anti-static, some of the powder has stuck where I don't want it. So I'm just coming in and removing that. Yeah, that looks a bit better, I think. There we go. Sorry, I lost some footage there, but basically I've gone and I've heat embossed my background with the Clair embossing ink and the VersaMark. And I'm coming in now with my Distress Oxide in black soot. And I've just inked it up and I'm going over the entire background with that. Okay, now I have to be very careful here because I don't want to get any fingerprints on that ink. So I'm going to just use that to move it out of the way while I clean up. Now next I'm coming in with a clean piece of paper towel, sorry, bit of a brain freeze. And I'm going to lightly rub over that area. And as you'll see if you watch, the VersaMark and the Clair embossing powder resist the ink. So as you can see, you get that lovely bright image. Just like magic. You can use whatever stamps you have in your stash, whatever colour inks you've got in your stash for this. I just wanted to use these inks because they're my newest ones. Oops. Now parts of it were hit, and even this part got stamped. It must have gone down, sorry, this one. When I put the stamping platform down the second time, it ended up obviously in a different area. So I just want to come back in and go over a couple of areas there. Yeah, I think that that's okay. So next I decided that I'm going to come and I just want to cut a circle out of the centre. Yeah, I'd say that size is good. So I'm just going to run that through my die cutting machine. I want to actually remove these little bits first, but I'll cut that out. So I've just cut that out, and it's kind of, it helps as well to flatten the piece of cardstock. So I want to come and I want to pop a bit of double-sided tape down just around the edges of that. And I'm using this white tape. I always use that if I've been, you know, anything with a lot of ink or anything with water and stuff. I just find that it keeps it well and secure. Now, I'm not going to remove the backing from that because I'm coming in with my card base, and as I said earlier, it's an 8x8 card base, and I just want to get the placement there, because what I want to do is I want to come in and put a little sentiment in the middle. I'm going to use this little stamp, and it says on it, best wishes today, tomorrow and always. So I'm using my acrylic block and I'm going to pop that down. And I want to ink it up in the Versafine, sorry, I want to ink it up in the VersaMark. I just want to make sure that I have this in the correct place. Oh, there we go. Now I should have put the powder down and I didn't again, but anyway, hopefully it'll be okay. Fingers crossed. Excuse me. So for that, I'm going to be coming in with the Paper Mania embossing powder in black. And I think that that's going to be a disaster. Let's see. So I've decided I'm coming in with my stamping platform altogether. Now what I did was I just brushed the ink off of that, and it's on the back. I'm going to use it as the back, and I'll pop something on there to cover it up. But I'm going to pop that using the other side of that card base. Just pop it into the corner. So coming along, deciding, yeah, I think there. Yeah, I guess if you have these tools, why not use them? Then the next thing I want to do, just making sure that that stamp is clean. Well, that's just the strangest thing ever. I dropped that little stamp on the floor, and for the life of me, I can't find it. Now, my craft room isn't that big, but it has happened to me before that I've ended up with stamps stuck on clothing and stuff, and I've lost a few as well over the years. But I've looked everywhere. I've looked on my shoes. It'll turn up hopefully, but I think we'll have to have a change of plan. So, take two. So I've decided I've cut out a little circle that it's just slightly larger than the black circle, this one that I cut out, so that can layer behind the card. And I found another little sentiment stamp, which is dirty, and it says, "Have a fabulous birthday." So I've decided I'm going to go ahead and use that one. And the reason being is I was looking, whoops, oh, that's a very sticky stamp. I was looking for a stamp that, you know, would suit the circle basically. Yeah, it's not dirty, it's just the colour that's on it. Now I think I'm going to use the stamping platform though, because that way I'll be able to get a second chance. So let's see. And again, I'll need to use a bit of tape. Just a tiny little piece of tape behind that there. Let's place it down and just place that stamp there where I want it. Okay, so I want to ink that up with the VersaMark. I'll be going around now for the rest of the day trying to figure out where that stamp went. Yeah, there must have been some ink on that. Anyway, it doesn't really matter because it's black, and I'm going to be doing it in black anyway, so that's fine. Okay. And again, I should have popped down the powder, but I didn't. So I'm coming in with my black Paper Mania embossing powder. Oops. I might need to give that a second go. Let's see. I'm just coming in with my brush and getting rid of those little bits that I don't want. I'm just going to heat that up now with the heat tool and melt the embossing ink or powder. Now it didn't come out completely crisp, and I think that's because this is a fairly thick milled kind of powder, you know. It's not very, what word am I looking for? It's kind of clumpy. Anyway, but still, you can very much make out what it says. So next I'm coming back in with my card base and my card. And I'm going to pop that behind. And I think I've changed my mind about this. Being that I'm going to put, oops, I'm getting that marked. I've decided I'm going to use a bit of double-sided tape altogether. As I've got the piece behind, it would be nice to have it elevated. So last minute change of plan, but all will be good. Oops. Now I've decided I'm going to use the original side of that card because you're not going to see that, as this is going to go down. Now with that, I'm going to pop just a bit of wet glue on it. Because it will enable me to be able to move it, to line it up, you know, with this. If need be. I think that should be okay. Just coming in with that. Just that one in the middle, just placing it down. Yeah, I'm thinking that looks okay there. So one last little thing that I'm going to do is I've decided to pop a couple of bits of sequins around. And probably some of the pale pinks, let's see. I don't have any yellow, but I do have some gold. Which I think will look quite nice. That's way too many, but anyway. Let's see here. I'm just going to use some glossy accents, and I'm going to pop just a little bit of that here and there. So we'll start with that anyway and pick these up. Oops, don't like that one. So there we have it. There was a few hiccups along the way, but I'm quite pleased with the way it turned out overall. I think it's quite a nice little birthday card. Wasn't made for anyone in particular, but it's there in my stash. So we all need birthday cards throughout the year. It's handy to have a few pre-made. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and thank you so much as always. Hope you have a great day.